Hey guys! I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. I'm so grateful that you guys are watching, subscribing, and commenting on my channel. I really appreciate all the support. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about secondhand embarrassment and how INFJs absolutely hate embarrassing other people and also feeling their secondhand embarrassment. This is a term that I think one of the viewers that on the channel came up with. I don't actually remember who it was exactly, but it's such a perfect term to describe what happens to us as INFJs or as people in general when we see someone else experiencing some sort of embarrassment, right? In my case, as an INFJ, I have this incessant desire to absolutely not embarrass anyone on this planet. And if I do, I feel terrible about it for days on end. Recently, I was telling a friend of mine about this incident where I had ordered food from Grab, which is it's like Uber in Asia or in Thailand. I think in Asia, it's in different countries. But Grab is very popular in Thailand. Actually, Uber went out of business because Grab was doing so well. And so I ordered food with them because you can order food with them as well. And they do food delivery. And it was Songkran and I didn't want to go out and get wet. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to order food. And so this driver came in with food on a motorbike. And so I go out and I grab the food from him. But because he didn't speak English and for some reason he felt embarrassed, I don't know what was going on with him. I still see his face in my mind. I still feel that sort of secondhand embarrassment. And so he's trying to push something onto his phone to show me something. I don't know exactly what he was trying to do. But because the plastic cover that he had on his phone to prevent the water, like the Songkran water, from getting onto his phone and destroying it, he couldn't press the buttons properly, and so he couldn't actually get onto his phone to show me what he wanted to show me. I had no idea what it was. And because he doesn't speak English, I couldn't even ask him properly. I mean, I was trying as best I could with my broken Thai, but he still couldn't understand what I was saying, right? And so I'm standing there, and I don't know how to help you. And so he's smiling and he's laughing at himself, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll laugh along with you, although I don't find this funny. The fact that you're embarrassed, but there's no need for you to be embarrassed. And I wish I could have explained that to him, like, don't worry about it, take your time. If you want to show me something, just take your time, don't worry about it. I'm not going to make fun of you, I'm not going to embarrass you. This is not an embarrassing situation. I'm not going to laugh at you, right? Of course I couldn't do that because as I said, I didn't speak English. He didn't speak English and I don't speak very good Thai. Also, I think he was so embarrassed that even if I spoke broken Thai, he wouldn't have understood it because he was just like in that panic mode. So, I took my food and I left. And then afterwards, as I said, I was telling my friend and I'm like, I just feel so bad for the guy. I was just literally sitting there for a couple hours. I couldn't even enjoy my food that I ordered because I felt bad for this individual, this human being who felt embarrassment at I don't know what, right? Now, a lot of times I do know, and I have this feeling that people feel embarrassed around us because we have this intense gaze. We look at them and sometimes they feel like we're judging them. We're not really judging. I try as much as possible not to judge people, especially if I don't know their circumstances. But for some reason, as I said, people think that we're judging them. People look at us and feel like we're a little bit more intimidating than other people. And so I feel like this happens to me quite often where people on the other end, whoever it might be, I feel this sort of embarrassment coming across towards me from them. And I always feel, as I said, secondhand embarrassment because sometimes I feel more embarrassed for them than they are feeling embarrassed themselves, right? So that my secondhand embarrassment is actually 10 times worse than their own embarrassment because I feel it so much and I feel so much empathy for them and I feel bad for them. I wish I could tell them not to feel embarrassed. I wish I could take care of them. I console them. But of course, we're all adults here and I can't just go to a random person and be like, it's okay, everything's gonna be fine. This happens a lot when people stumble and fall in public or they slip or do things like that. And a lot of people will stare at people who are doing these sort of things, or they will perhaps even laugh at them. I can't imagine why you would laugh at someone who is in pain or who is embarrassed, but some people do that. That's fine. But my instantaneously, my instinct is to look away. I don't want them to see that I've seen them, right? I mostly when people stumble or fall, they look around to see who's seen them, right? And if I look away and I don't show them that I've seen them, then it's fine. Maybe they won't be as embarrassed anymore. And so that's my logic. So every single time that happens to me, I see someone slipping and falling or stumbling and they look around, I just look away and I pretend like I didn't see. I'll pretend like I'm in my own world and I'm listening to music or I'm reading something and I didn't see you. Did you fall? I have no idea. Don't even worry about it. I didn't see. And so this is what I usually pretend to do when I am in these kind of situations, is that I don't want other people to feel more embarrassed than they already are, because these kind of situations are very embarrassing. And as the INFJ who is extremely clumsy and who has no coordination at all, I'm a great dancer on my own, and I'm graceful enough on my own, but when I'm walking through the world and I get distracted, or if I'm tired, or if I've spent too much of my energy in an extroverted manner, then I will be the most clumsy person on this planet. So I'm always stumbling and falling. And it happens to me all the time that people will look at me and they'll try to help me and things like that. And I'm always thinking in my head, I'm thinking, the best thing for you to do right now is to leave me alone. And of course I don't say that, and they're being kind, they're trying to help me, and it's nice. But I don't understand why people have to stare at other people who are going through some sort of misfortune or some sort of embarrassing situation. If that happens to me, I want everyone to ignore me and walk away, unless I need their help physically, if I'm being hurt or something. Besides that, I just want them to leave me alone and let me experience it, and then for them to just go away. I might also be the introvertedness in me, but I don't like it. I don't like enhancing someone else's embarrassment. I know that they're probably already so embarrassed, right? I mean, I understand it because I've been in that situation many times. And so I don't want to go in and be like, oh, right, yeah, cool, so something bad happened to you. Great. You stumbled and fell, or you slipped and you're sitting on the ground clutching onto your bum or something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, let me make it more embarrassing for you by going and laughing at you, pointing at you, or staring at you, or things like that. Why would I do something like that? Like, why would I do that when I know how embarrassing it is to be in that situation, right? And so when people laugh at jokes like that, where like slapstick comedy never made sense to me. I don't understand their humor behind it. When people laugh when someone falls or hits their head or something like that, and people just laughing their face off. And I'm thinking to myself, but that's not funny. I mean, I don't find it funny when someone else gets hurt. That kind of comedy doesn't make sense to me, because it's embarrassing comedy. Instead of feeling like it's funny, I feel sad for them. I feel bad for them. I feel embarrassed for them. I want to help them. I want to take care of them. I want to do something so that they don't feel embarrassed anymore, right? And so in general, this is my thing about secondhand embarrassment. I feel it very deeply. And I think, as I said, a lot of INFJs have this similar mentality in the situation where we feel everyone else's embarrassment or emotions in general, right? We're empaths, so we feel everyone's emotions deeply. And so if someone else is feeling embarrassed, we're going to feel 10 times as embarrassed as them. And we're going to want to make sure that they don't notice that we're embarrassed for them. Now, in that case, with the Grab driver, I couldn't really do anything to help him. The only thing I could do is walk away as fast as possible so that he doesn't feel embarrassed for too long. And so, I grabbed my food, I thanked him, and then I walked away. And I hope that, he was able to let it go and he was able to move on. Obviously, I'm sure he did. But for me, I held on to it, his embarrassment and my own, for him for a long time. As I said, I was sitting there thinking about it for at least a couple hours. I moaned and vented about it to my friends as well. And so you can imagine how much it hurt me. And it hurt me because I don't like it when people are hurt in any sort of way. Now, it's not just physical hurt, obviously, but emotional hurt as well. Being embarrassed is kind of emotionally hurting yourself, or spiritually hurting as well. Any kind of hurt, it makes me feel terrible because I feel they're hurt 10 times as much as they do, right? So I'd love to hear from you guys. This is a really simple topic, and it's something that I don't know why I'm spending so much time talking about it, but it's something that is a part of our persona as an INFJ. I notice this is a big part of how I move through the world and how I deal with people. I really want to make sure that people don't feel embarrassed around me, and I want to take care of them. They're precious to me, and everyone is precious in their own way. And so I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you guys do with secondhand embarrassment? Do you really feel it, or don't you feel it, or do you not care, or do you laugh at people? And what about slapstick comedy? Does that make you laugh? Because it really does not make me laugh. Again, if you guys have any questions at all about this video topic or any other topics, please let me know. All my contact information is in the description below. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.